Hey everyone, what's up? It's K Conductor 2025 Day here with a furry friend. Yes, I said that. Not that it's a problem or anything.
It's me, Bradley. I'm not a furry, despite what
Yeah,
my
he's just
Discord
saying that
name
people. He's
says.
just very nervous about it. We're here to discuss. If you guys are wondering, the answer is like right in front of you. We're here to discuss the Sonic movie. That the trailer came out last week. I think on Monday. I want to say. Yeah, I think right there. And I wanted to do a discussion video about it because I have something to talk about. So Bradley and I saw. Well, when did you see it?
I think I saw it like Wednesday.
Okay, you saw it Wednesday. I saw it when it came up on Discord because people just brought it up, and that was when people that was when people on Discord were going like, "Wait, this is not a drill." It's like someone just said that. I was going like, "Wait, what?" But that
Uh,
was when Game Explain just went ahead and said we might be getting a trailer tomorrow. So I was going, okay. So yeah, I saw the trailer, and I don't like it. I straight up say I do not like it. I hate it, every inch of it.
to be honest, originally when the trailer came out, well, like you know how the poster for it originally was like a silhouette of the Sonic.
Yeah, the silhouette picture.
Yeah, I thought it was like a joke or like a fan made thing where like, what if Sonic was human like or something? And I was thinking, wow, whoever did that did a pretty good job. Although Sonic looks a bit clunky, but that's because it's fan image, fan like artwork. So of course it'll look bad. But then I saw it was real, and
But let's just go over some stuff because like look, I saw the trailer at first. Like look, I don't mind Sonic being in live action. I like the body work. I like him going into a spin dash. I like that they got the ball down. It looks great. I like that. It looks good. It's when he stops. That's the problem. It's when he stops. Like when he stops and you're looking at all of his body work and stuff. That's the problem because that's when it just goes like that because then we have like something like this for example because when it showed this right here, that is the face of cancer. I could not for the life of me stand this because god dang, what the heck did they do? Because like when whoever that dude was that they got for watching, I forgot his name. When he's trying to that Sonic, when he's trying to light that Sonic, I was going, what? Are you kidding me? And I knew bad, and I knew it was gonna turn out bad because
yeah.
it's Sonic. Anything could turn out bad with him. If anything, I mean, guys, at this point when it came to his games failing like crazy, I was like, yeah, I have to look at bad this time because there's no good whatsoever when I look at that way.
Yeah, I
Like my
agree.
expectations are always low right here.
To be honest, the trailer it looked pretty like it actually looks decent, but then when you get to the actual Sonic portion of it, it's like it's like he's trying to be human, but then like in a furry costume, he's like a humanoid thing and he's like too human. Like his eyes, first of all, his eyes are like close like basically attached to together with
There's
each other.
there's no line right there dividing them off.
Yeah, and it's like it looks wrong with his eyes being separate like that.
No, I'm not just. I mean, yeah, the eyes are what got me, but like it's also the nose and also the mouth too and the teeth. I'm going like, ill. It's like this. If I were watching the movie right now, right in front of me, I would be cringing the entire time. It's like if I were to see Jim Carrey as Eggman, like I see Jim Carrey, I'm going, okay,
This he's like decent.
yeah, he's the most decent thing about this. And then I look at Sonic, like, please get him off screen, because that's all I can say. Nothing's good about it.
His teeth. Usually, in Sonic's actual games, his teeth are like to get like if you know what I mean by together.
Yeah, like in the Smash game.
Yeah, it's not like separated like actual human teeth, but now it just looks so wrong.
Yeah, because like let's just think about this. Like I don't like Sonic's person. So that's the only thing that I can go off like that. Second, Gangster's Paradise. I don't know if that works for Sonic in terms of the trailer. Because for at first when I was looking at this and I noticed that people weren't liking this song, I was going, yeah, why couldn't they just put something like Live and Learn? That would have fit perfectly, unless they had to get licensing play from Sega or something just to make it work at least.
It's probably due to a licensing issue, and they had to like use it's probably a royalty free song. That's why they picked that, and I guess they thought it would fit with the overall theme that they're trying to do.
I mean, I could see it fit. I mean, it may look decent, yes, but doesn't fit Sonic. No, it's like it just makes it seem so wrong. Like Sonic's out for a mafia type of thing, and I could just see it right there, and it just doesn't work. On this, like I've never heard Gangster Paradise before, and this is my first time hearing it. Let me just tell you that right now by Coolio and but like into to Justin for this, let me just bring this up because like look, it's May 4th at the time of this recording, and Detective Pikachu is just about to come out in 6 days. And if you look right here, we have a comparison. Whereas in we see something ugly as hell and something cute as heck. Nut and people.
I like you said the first one is hell, and then you said the other one as heck. Like you didn't say hell already.
I will use censorship as much as I can. But yeah, like you compare these two, and it's like, which one do you like better? Yeah, you like Ryan Reynolds better. That's what you take.
Well, I mean, like for Detective Pikachu, the animals are realistic. Well, the Pokemon I mean are realistic, but like you see like Pikachu, and you can tell that's a Pikachu, and that he looks like he kind of looks like a doll, sort of like based on the eyes right there.
Yeah, it's like I have no problem with it. It's like I look at it, and it's like, okay.
He looks adorable.
Yeah, I'll take that. It's like Pikachu's cute in the anime. Okay, now let's try and progress it here. It's like, oh, he still looks cute. Great job. But then you look at something like Sonic, it's like he looks cool. Like that's how the boys are supposed to see him, and the girls are like, yeah, he's cool too, or he may look cute. Look at the movie, and it's like, oh my god, get the hell away from me. It's like, Jesus Christ, what the heck did they do? That's what the boys and everything would go like every time.
Also, I feel like for his overall design, like his his white, where the white spot is in his chest hair.
Yeah.
I feel like that should have been like a bit lighter. Well, there's a lot of things wrong with his design, but I feel like
everything wrong with Sonic's design in 5 minutes.
I feel like some of the parts of the design need to be changed in terms of the color scheme.
Yeah, cause like guys, we watched the trailer like days ago, and here's the thing that I want to show because like look, the Detective Pikachu is coming out in 6 days, and the Sonic movie is like in November. Now if you look at right here, I'm gonna put this side by side on another picture, but it's like this. You look at Detective Pikachu. This has 1.4 million likes and 68k dislikes. That's not so bad considering that people are actually into this. Let's look on the right side. Look at this. 313k likes, 545 dislikes. People are not liking this at all. You can see how people are just hating on this like crazy. I mean, this is the first trailer, of course, so I have to get it from the first Detective Pikachu trailer to see how it is. But, like, yeah, look at this, and you're noticing that a lot of people are not happy about this whatsoever. People are just hating on this, and so are we, because I'm part of the dislike factory.
I feel like the main problem of the movie is that the overall character design and how it doesn't represent Sonic, like how, because it's a movie based on a video game, and so is Detective Pikachu, but like Detective Pikachu does it better because it like feels like a movie, but if you feel the game in it. And Sonic, you just feel like, here, let me just reboot Sonic into a movie and then just change the design. I mean, you could probably change Sonic's like the Sonic as the character with anybody else.
Allow me to pull that up if I shall, because let me just show this right here. This is something that people were going over because they looked at the movie and they're going, yeah, I don't like this. Then they refer the realistic stuff to Sonic's design on the right side. And I gotta say, I love the right design. I'm wondering why they couldn't go like this, because I had that in my mind since 2018, going like, there's a live action Sonic movie, and then I was thinking of Sonic, what would you look like in realistically
This is
as
what
Detective
exactly what I
Pikachu?
thought about.
And that's what I thought about. I've been thinking about that. I was not thinking about that on the left. No, I was not. It's like, what is this?
I mean, to be honest, I don't understand how they're going to, you know how in the trailer they introduce it as, oh wow, an alien presence, oh wow, something unnatural is happening. And it's like, okay, something unnatural is happening, but why would you make the unnatural thing human like when you could just have the unnatural thing act like it's unnatural
I-
and don't obey human
I'll be honest.
anatomy.
I'll be honest though. Me watching the trailer just felt like I was watching a Bumblebee trailer. It did seem like it because the military is involved. I mean, unlike if it's that video, of course.
I mean, like in most abnormal stuff, like I think the movie Pixels, the one where like fighting off against video game
It's
characters.
like a movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I do
Adam-
like that movie, but
the Adam Sandler movie. Well, I feel like they always have to have the military in or something. The military always has to be there. I mean, I understand
I
because
mean, they had that with every Transformer movie.
I mean, realistically, national threat, of course the military will be involved, but it's kind of a bit overused. And then, of course, they have to bring in some quote-unquote specialists.
Yeah, and we see that now. Other than this picture, we also have another one right. We also have another one right here, where we now see it. Now we have two different designs of what Sonic is seeing, and they still look bad.
I mean, at least the right one looks like a little better because, he seems more Sonic than the other one, even though, like, sure, he's missing his gloves and his signature gloves, and he looks like his shoes for some reason. It kind of reminds me that he just like bought some Jordans out of the store and then just came running in them.
It's like, what did you do? Also, the more I look at this, the more it just seems more like the one on the left just looks like a person in a Sonic onesie.
Exactly.
I can see that in this pic, and it looks like that a lot. It just seems more like they just dressed up somebody as Sonic, and it's like, oh, here we go. And it still seems like that. The more I look at this pic, the more it's like that. I just don't get it.
I mean, the right one, like, I agree with you that it kind of looks a bit bad, but at least that would have been like, I'm pretty sure most people would have been content, like, I guess not content, but like, they would have felt it would have been better than what we actually got.
I mean, I don't know, but other than Sonic, moving on to positive stuff, we can move on to Dr. Eggman, actually, who is played by Jim Carrey, which I haven't seen most of his movies except for Liar Liar, which is one of them I like. Jim Carrey, I don't think is a bad example of how Eggman should be, even though we are missing some examples. For example, his bald head, the mustache really doesn't quite fit him at that most.
He is kind of like, to be honest, I like his performance. It's like it changes Eggman's personality, sure, but at least it makes him, kind of a humorous villain. But I definitely feel like his overall villain like presence, it feels more mustache twirly, villain. Oh, I'm gonna do something evil. Oh, it's gonna be evil.
It does seem like that, of course, which I don't know if it does fit Sonic's case, but it is what it is, and I'll take for it. But like Jim Carrey isn't the bad part of this. If anything, he might save the movie and just go like, okay, I'll just take that. But yeah, it's like yeah, Detective, but it's like this because not Detective, but yeah, Detective Eggman. No, it's like because I can take Jim Carrey. It's like, okay, yeah, his jokes were funny. I could take that. And also what we got at the end, of course.
Well, I'm technically you're not wrong about Detective Eggman since he's basically doing that in the movie.
Yeah, he is. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog with Detective Eggman. Yeah, but we also got if you guys watched it until the end, we also have a little something of him looking more like Eggman, of course. But however, this makes me a bit skeptical because this could be more like as in. Because you can see a lot of mushrooms in the background, making it look like it's in Mushroom Hill Zone, like in Sonic 3, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But, you look at this picture, it just seems more like a secret ending that's gonna happen, or just something like, something's gonna get... Because this literally screams a secret ending that's gonna happen at the end. Like, Sonic just takes care of it, and then, at the end, it's like, he takes care of Eggman.
Just comes up.
Eggman comes up, puts this on, and it's like, ooh, and then we get ready for a second movie. All of us can see this happening. I mean, I'm thinking twice. I'm thinking two things, like either it's that or like Sonic just took him down and it's like he's getting right back up, and then he's getting ready for another step up right there.
My question is, how does he, for one, go back to the image of before? You notice how his mustache, like, it's like a darker brown,
Yeah.
and it's short. Meanwhile, if you look at the other image, his mustaches grew, but his hair just faded away.
In my prediction, I would think like he got shocked by lightning and then just blew his mustache out and then just got all rid of his hair. That's my thing. That's what I've been thinking.
Yeah, I think that could happen too.
Yeah.
Although Eggman really isn't a villain. Well, I mean, like, I understand he's supposed to be like the antagonist of the movie, but he doesn't really feel like a villain because he's just doing what the military, like, if Sonic was actually real, I'm pretty sure most scientists would just come up and be like, "Here, I need to know how this thing like works and stuff, and what its biology is."
Well, I mean them taking it, of course, and it's just whatever. Well, though, I'm just hoping this doesn't come out bad. Like, it's like
Probably will.
It will because, like, guys, if you look at the internet, it's 4.4 off IMDb of IMD, which is one of the ratings. Yeah, that's pretty low and it's very negative. But like, seriously, I'm just saying this could ruin Sonic. It's like you come up to this movie, boom, another bad, and then people will just constantly talk about it. Because like other than '06 and then Boom Rise of Lyric to what they can talk about, or Forces 2, they can also talk about this. It's like they'll talk about anything and they'll never forget it. I mean, like guys, you cannot forget like a whole bunch of video game or anime representations. Like I know this is games, but I can also count as animes too. Like for example, because we can count as like for something Mortal Kombat. Because Mortal Kombat 1 wasn't so bad. I kind of like it, but then they ruined the entire thing when they got Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which was the sequel to it, and that was just horrible. Then you got DOA. Then you got DOA, which was still bad. I mean, with a whole bunch of crappy sound effects, and also the fact that it's PG-13, which is not fitting for what you're seeing in the movie, of course. Then you got the Super Mario Brothers movie. That was bad.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that someone at Nintendo would be like, literally, I feel like that's how the text conversation went. Hey, lol, what if we made a Mario movie, lol, and then
No, that's not a bad idea.
and then a movie maker was like, ha, that would be the sickest joke ever, and then that's how the Mario and Luigi movie came out.
Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, you got that. Then you got Assassin's Creed. I watched that and it was super boring. I almost fell asleep to it. Then you got The Last Airbender. That sucked out. I saw that in
That was
theaters. I saw that in theaters.
They were supposed to make more, but then they decided not to, and especially how they called him Ong.
And also Sokka Ahsoka. And then you got Dragon Ball Evolution, which I have not seen, but I do remember seeing it on TV. Like I do remember seeing it a little bit on TV. Just wow.
Going back on the discussion on Sonic's design, Sega actually originally knew that Sonic wasn't going to be like. So basically, Paramount Pictures presented a design for Sonic, which was that design, and then Sega was all like, "Hey, I don't actually like that design. I think we should change it." And then Paramount Pictures was like, "Hey, nah, it's good." And then Sega was like, "Okay," and then that's how we got that.
That's bullshit though. Because I don't see it like this. You look at this and you're going like, okay, this does not look like Sonic. I mean, Paramount Pictures, open your eyes, please. Thank you. Which let's here's the thing though. It's May right now. However, if I show this picture right here, let me just pull it up because I'll read this out loud. This is Jeff Fowler. I think he's part of Paramount or like one of them. But it says right here, "Thank you for the support and the criticism. The message is loud and clear. You aren't happy with the design and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be. Sonic movie gotta fix fast." So right there screams good news that they're gonna go ahead and fix up the design and change it. However, though, I don't see this happening. It's May, and they have and the movie comes out in November. They probably have like 6 months to get this done, and considering how this is CGI design, it may take longer.
Well, I mean, like with it would have been harder if it was just let's say if it was a character in the movie and it wasn't a CGI character. I think they would probably just keep that design for budget cost. But if it was since it's like a CGI character, I definitely feel like all you gotta do is just delete and then copy and paste a different Sonic and then copy paste and then
Well, I don't really know unless they take references from all the other people who try to make him better, of course. But like, I'm just saying though, you freak up a game that badly on the year that you're going to do it because like, let me just tell you this though, because originally the Sonic movie was going to come out 2019 November 21st, I want to say. I think it was going to come out there, but then they pushed it back, and now it's coming out November 8th. That's what I remember that happening. But I'm saying like this, unless they're gonna fix it, they better delay it and make it come out in 2020, unless they want to save his life. That's the only way I think it's gonna work, because they did it with Alita Battle Angel, and that movie turned out all right. Because that movie was gonna come out December 14th. I remember that it was gonna come out December 14th, but then they pushed it to February 14th, 2019.
where people
No,
didn't like
2018.
her
I don't know.
people didn't like her design or something.
Well, no, I don't. No. Her design was fine. It's pretty great. Like, it's all right. I think that they felt the need to just push it back and do more stuff on it to make
Like
it.
improve the movie.
Yeah, they want. I think they want to do that just to make it the greatest thing ever, and so they did. Even though it still had problems in it, but not much I did mind. But yeah, like Alita Battle Angel, they delayed it and they got right there, and the movie was good. And they have a sequel coming for us. I think if so, that ending told us anything. But then you got this, and I want to know if they have time to fix it, because they probably have to work on it all day, all night, just to even get that work done. And that's just them saying, okay, we freaked ourselves over. Yeah, we need to do something about that. As officially now. And just, wow. But as much as they are, it just seems more like they're going to have to be working on more than how Sakurai just worked on Smash Brothers day after day to make it come out on December 7th.
Yeah, I
12.
think that if so I think that the reason why Sega decided to go with this movie is because since like Sonic and everyone is slowly spiraling down, I think that this movie is like their last ditch attempt before like Sega goes bankrupt or something, and that's why they're trying, because I'm pretty sure it would cost a lot of money for the delays and then having to bring back all the animators and CGI people.
That's what I'm saying though, because like if they're gonna make this work, then they need to do that. And if they don't, people are gonna look at this and say this is just a cash grab. I know that for a fact.
Well, I'm pretty sure I think that's the actual reason, and like pretty much this is Sega's basically Final Fantasy to Square Enix, where like so if Square Enix, let me give you a story on Square Enix. If for Final Fantasy 1, like the original, the reason why it's called Final Fantasy is because that was the last that was going to be the last game before Square Enix went bankrupt. But because that did so well, then they actually came out and like Square's perfectly fine now. But with Sega, I feel like that this is kind of like their Final Fantasy. If the movie does awful and stuff, then Sega might actually go bankrupt and all. Well, I think that stuff like Atlas and stuff, they'll probably get owned by a different company.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Otherwise, no more Persona games.
Yeah,
And
no more of this.
and like other Sega related things, I think they'll go on to
No more Weeaboo.
they'll go to different companies, like how Telltale developers went to Skybound. I think that's what it's called, right?
I don't know. But well, I don't know, because we have Team Sonic Racing coming out in some days, because that comes out May 21st, which I don't know if I'm still gonna get it. Let me just say that right now, because I've gone 2 of the racing games, or no, 4 of them actually, because you count Riders. But then you also got Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Olympic Games coming out too. Unless those are their last 3 attempts before they start going bankrupt, then okay, I guess. But this is all we have. Crossing our fingers and hope this movie comes out great. Because I still don't see it. Considering that the score is literally 4.4.
I feel like it'll. To be honest, I feel like it would be even with the design fix, and if they try, I actually think that this will be mediocre movie at best.
It is gonna turn out mediocre. People need to look at it like that because like the Sonic games, they are rarely positive and they're mostly mediocre or negative. This movie, like guys, another thing is that they compared this movie to Hop, another movie I think that came out 2012 or something. I don't know when, but I like that movie. It's okay, but
Yeah.
like it's actually not that good as to what people say. But the thing is though is that it's from the same because the main protagonist is literally the same guy who just ran by the other two. I forgot the bunny's name. Wish I could remember it, but
I think it's like Max or something, maybe. Anyway,
I'm thinking Hammy, but that's wrong.
We'll just go on.
Yeah, we'll just move. Yeah, but that's the thing right there. And considering how that is, I just don't know.
It's like, to be honest, it kind of has the same premise. So while random insert original like character right here that's an animal or something meets human. Oh wow, all these scientists and army military people coming over to
That's another thing too,
Capture
because
him.
the whole thing is like this. We see the first trailer. We don't see any egg paws or any original type of Eggman designs that from the games or anything like that. Like if we look at the poster, like let's go back to it because this is the only thing I have. You can see that Sonic is being chased by some robots, and this is actually a reference to Sidious. This is actually a reference to Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure 1. But what you see is like drones. Like that's all we got for now, just drones. Shooting rockets at him and missiles. I meant. And the thing is, though, is that we don't see any original gaming designs from like any of the games, like egg paws, or just military robots, or just anything like that. Which kind of
It's kind of a disappointment, but I kind of see where it's coming from because if a guy like him is making military grade weapons, they would probably either arrest him or the military would just be asking him for like his to want to buy his military stuff.
yeah, that's what yeah. Oh God. Well, I guess that's all I had to say. But anyway, before we go off, I just have to say this because Detective Pikachu, I look at the score. It's 70% off Rotten Tomatoes. That's not so bad considering that's as high as we're gonna get than any other video game. Actually, no. Scott Pilgrim had the highest because it has 81,
Yeah.
and that's a game too. So, and I still haven't seen that movie. I gotta still see it. And yeah, that's good. But this movie, unless the score moves up or down, which I don't know where it's gonna move.
Probably mediocre bad to mediocre.
I don't know, but like, yeah, 70% is still good. But Game Explains that it's shockingly good. So yeah, you know the pun right there. And that's pretty much it. And I know for a fact that probably 95% of Google users are gonna like it too. I mean, they haven't shown that yet until like main tip until it comes out.
To be honest, I feel like this movie is going to be for people that don't
The worst
know
movie of 2019.
for people that don't know like Sonic and like or like pretty much people who aren't gamers and stuff, epic gamers like us. But like
I think you mean you.
I think that for people that are just casual moviegoers and don't play a lot of games, I think that they might find it like it's not the best movie, but like a decent movie to them. I think that's where like
I
it'll
don't
become
know.
mediocre.
It's whatever it is, and I don't know what they'll do about this. I mean, we'll find out once we get the next trailer opening, the second one too. As it looks any better because the first two trailers for Detective Pikachu are pretty good and I like them. And for Sonic, whenever that second one comes, let's hope more likings come to the test at least, and we're mostly satisfied for what happens. Because I'm still looking in the bad guys. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Before we end this off, though,
Go sub to my channel.
go stuck to my channel, please. No. Before we end this off, I think we should try and make predictions here a little bit.
What do you mean?
On what its Rotten Tomatoes score may be, because like if we look at like Hop has 25% off Rotten Tomatoes, I think anyway, unless they changed it. Yeah, it has somewhere around that score, and only 78% of the people off Google users I think like it. So yeah, I'll post a picture if I'm wrong, but like yeah, What's Sonic going to get? I don't know. Maybe
40 to 70, I'm guessing.
something tells well, something tells me like this because either it's gonna be in the 50s, 20s, or 10s, somewhere around there. Because people some guy on Discord got like a chart, and then it was like a bingo chart, and I put my roll on a single digit on Rotten Tomatoes. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen somewhere around there. I don't know. It's somewhere around there for me because it's like this, because if it's over 60, that means it's positive. If it's under 60, then no, it's not. So yeah, because I'm thinking somewhere in 50s, 30s, 20s, 10s, somewhere around there. I don't know about single digits, but it can at least be a little bit better than what I imagine. Because let me just say this: the Emoji Movie will overall stay as the worst movie ever.
Yeah, unless like, well, I think that there is one other movie that was like considered the worst movie before Emoji Movie, and it was Food Fight, and that's because it had terrible animation. Nobody knew what was going on. There's no established plot, and like pretty much the only thing you could say about it is what the fuck were they thinking when they made it?
I didn't even know there was a movie called Food Fight. I might have heard of it. I don't even know. I'll look it up by then. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's all we have to say for this. So considering what we do, like we'll do another discussion video on like when the next trailer comes out, because at this point, because I want to see my Detective Pikachu now, even though it's May 4th, so I'll have to wait until next weekend. But that's all I have to say for. That's all we have to say for now. So yeah. So thank you guys for that, and let's cross our fingers tightly and hope they fix it and they don't cock block us in this. Hopefully not.
Watch someone in the future watching this video, and then they'll like, let's say a year from now, and the Sonic movie is already over. Watch people already like. Watch them not change the design at all. It'd be like they just added one strand of hair to them.
It's like, you don't like this design? We'll just
here. Let me
take
just
this.
let me just put this one strand of hair there, and it's done.
It's like, here you go. It's different. We tried. It may have taken us like this long, but we tried. Give us some credit, seriously. Oh my god. But let's just hope for the best, people. I just can't, but yeah, but thank you, and see you later.